Hello, guys. Welcome to the Biz Bucket Podcast, a show where we talk to startup founders, innovators, and get to know about the stories behind the product they have built. I'm your host, Sohail Khan, and today in the show we have Puneet Agarwal, who is the co founder of Zubi, a platform to make engineers future ready by empowering them towards emerging technologies like blockchain, quantum computing, and make them ready for the future jobs. In this podcast, I talk to Puneet about his startup journey, his future plans with Zubi, and much more. Hello, Puneet. Welcome to the BizBucket podcast. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Hi, Sohail. It's a pleasure indeed.
So, Puneet, how it feels to be working in Noida?
So, Noida is quite good, Sohail. So, before
Yeah.
moving to Noida, I thought Noida is quite clumsy and it's kind of polluted. But
Mm-hmm.
that was the notion that I had for Noida. But after moving here
Okay.
and staying here for almost 2 months, things are quite
Mm-hmm.
different. And like it's quite well planned, well structured, and greenery.
Yeah.
And the location that I stay plus the
Mm-hmm.
location at office, it's quite good.
Oh, great. So, before starting, I want to tell the audience that I met Puneet first time in USA, San Francisco, where we both went for a startup competition sponsored by Rajasthan government, and we both are working on our startup ideas at that time. And now it's more than a year after that, Puneet, right?
Yep,
Uh,
almost a year and a half.
Yeah. Since that time, Puneet is working very closely with like emerging technologies like blockchain and all, and currently he's working on his venture Zubi. So Puneet, can you tell what kind of problem you're trying to solve with Zubi?
Sure, Sohail. So, guys, Zubi is basically a platform wherein, let's
Hmm.
suppose, there are 1.5 million engineering students who enter
Yeah.
into engineering every year, or who take up engineering every year. Out of that,
Hmm.
45% of these students are like uh, are moved towards or have inclination towards IT jobs. And
Yeah.
it's very sad to see that only 1.8% of this entire audience are ready for the jobs that are created by startups, or the
Hmm.
emerging technology jobs. So basically the
Okay.
jobs in machine learning or blockchain or IoT or the next emerging tech jobs. So this is what want to solve in Zubi, wherein like we'll be equipping
Hmm.
students to be prepared for the jobs that they love, and they'll be
Okay.
ready to work for any emerging technology startup, and they'll be ready, or they'll be
Hmm.
basically equipped with the skills that any emerging technology startup is looking at.
So basically, you guys will be helping the students to help apart from the college curriculum. They will also following Zubi curriculum. Can we say that?
Yes, in a sense. So we are making them ready for future jobs.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so Puneet, can you share some detail about your team and co-founders?
Sure. So, Sohail, when we started this around 7, 8 months back, we started this as a
Mm-hmm.
community in India, which was named as Blockchain
Okay.
at India. So, the focus was when
Oh,
I
great.
started learning blockchain back in January 2018 or December
Mm-hmm.
2017, things were quite
Yeah.
difficult, and there weren't much resources available. So, we had to go through the hard
Mm-hmm.
times wherein we had read the official documentation of entire papers, like entire Ethereum platform and the platforms that emerged after that. And there
Mm-hmm.
wasn't a specific community in India for students who want to learn blockchain. On the other side, various
Yeah.
research mentioned that these jobs are rising. Blockchain jobs and emerging technology jobs, like these are trending, and there's a huge demand
Yeah.
for it in the market. So there was a huge skill gap,
Mm-hmm.
and this is how we started, wherein we wanted to address the skill gap, and we wanted the students to be ready and understand blockchain.
Yeah.
And we wanted to
Mm-hmm.
remove the notion which was Bitcoin is same as blockchain, and since Bitcoin is banned in India, blockchain
Yeah.
is also banned in India. So it was kind of an awareness drive that we had started with, but soon we found an
Yeah.
opportunity and we pivoted it to an tech platform, I would say, not an edtech platform, where the technology is first and
Mm-hmm.
education is second. So meanwhile, I
Yeah.
happened to meet Aman Sanduja. So Aman is
Okay.
a dear friend. We have been in touch for almost 2 years now. So
Mm-hmm.
Aman is an early adopter of Bitcoin and blockchain in India. He's into this world since
Okay.
2011, and
Oh,
then like he was one of the early movers. He comes with a background of IIT Delhi, and then he had worked with various organizations, or like including Google, Piramal, and like
okay.
he had his own startup under the name of Towards Blockchain. And
Okay.
recently he stepped down from the full-time responsibility, and he started working on Zubi, since like there was a passion for education in Aman as well.
Yeah.
So Aman basically manages like
Okay.
the business operations in Zubi. And now the
Mm-hmm.
question comes about, like, since you're building a tech ed platform, we need a strong tech guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's when
Exactly.
that's when we have onboarded Nishant. So I and Nishant had worked in a previous organization wherein I was part of for like a couple of months. So like
Mm-hmm.
Nishant has onboarded us, and so
Okay.
Nishant comes with a background of IIT Kharagpur, and then he has 3 years of
Okay.
industry experience into blockchain and
Okay.
emerging technologies.
Oh.
Yep. So this is like part of the founding team. Apart from that, we have a team of around 10 to 15 people, including students, including like peers who have been experienced into design, marketing, and like various stuffs. So
Yeah.
yes, that most of the team is decentralized.
Okay. Oh. So basically, you're like your two co-founders, Aman and Nishant, and you, and about 10 to 15 people are there who is working around you, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. So, Puneet, can you like what are your plans in like are you planning to apply for incubators or accelerators like Y Combinator or something 500 startups or like that?
Okay, so Sohail, we are in very early stage right now, wherein like we
Okay.
have done a product market fit, and then currently we are
Hmm.
into some traction. So like we are
Okay.
just getting on the ground currently. So we had applied to couple of accelerator programs previously, and we have also
Hmm.
like some of the offers from them. But like at this stage, yes, an incubation or acceleration from uh, a recognized entity would be helpful. So for this, we are
Hmm.
also like, this is something that I'm revealing like beforehand, which I think
Yeah.
like, okay, so I'm just revealing it beforehand. So we'll soon be getting Zubi incorporated out of MIT Cambridge Innovation Center.
Oh, great.
So this will be done like I think by the month of March and April.
Okay. Nice.
So with this, yes. So with this, like we'll be having an ecosystem support from MIT, from the people, from the peers around.
Yeah, that will help you, I think, very much in like in whole community wise for Zubi, right?
Yep.
Okay, so Puneet, previously you were mentioning that many of the people are unaware that what is blockchain. They basically relate blockchain with this like Bitcoin
Bitcoin.
majorly.
Hmm.
So can you like give a in a layman terms? Can you like differentiate what is blockchain and what is Bitcoin so that people who are our listeners get to know a bit about that thing?
Sure. Happy to do that, Sohail. So,
Yeah,
like,
sure.
let's suppose to give a very brief analogy or basic analogy, we all have
Hmm.
used Android. So, Android is
Yeah.
basically nothing but an operating system that runs on your mobile device or your device, and there are
Hmm.
applications like Facebook, Instagram, uh, Twitter, who are built
Yeah.
to work on top of the Android.
Hmm.
So, in the similar fashion, like blockchain can be called as a network, and Bitcoin is just an application of blockchain, which is built on
Yeah.
top of blockchain. And like to explain this further, like to clear the doubts of what is blockchain, then is it an operating system? Is it a network? What is it? So, blockchain in layman terms is just like a collection of records, which in the technical terms they say it as transactions. So transactions is
Hmm.
nothing but the transactions that you see in Paytm, Phone Pay, anything, like it's nothing but sending or receiving money.
Hmm.
So in blockchain, the transactions can involve money, it cannot involve money. It's basically like communicating. So if we are sending a WhatsApp message to someone else, it's basically a transaction in
Hmm.
blockchain.
Yeah.
So blockchain is nothing but the record of transactions which are linked together
Mhm.
and combined into a block, which
Okay.
is like cryptographically hashed. So these are some of the technical terms that I'm using. So it's nothing but
Yeah.
encrypting a transaction, putting them into a block and chaining those blocks. Or in other words, I
Yeah.
would call it an immutable distributed ledger.
Ledger. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a famous line, I think.
Yeah.
So basically, we can say that Bitcoin is one kind of application of blockchain, right?
Yes.
So, Puneet, what are your point of view about the cryptocurrencies policies that Indian government has?
So like Sohail personally, on a personal note, cryptocurrency is something that like comes with both, yes, a good and a bad. So every technology has a good and bad. So it depends
Yeah,
upon the type
exactly.
of usage that you do. So I think
Hmm.
government is like, in a sense, they are afraid of like the happenings or the devastatings that the cryptocurrency can cause to the country. So they are like
Yeah.
quite concerned about the terror funding, where they think the Bitcoin cannot be traced, or the transactions made to any other account cannot be traced. So however,
Hmm.
trading in Bitcoin is trading in Bitcoin, I would say, is what not not a tender, not a legal tender in India, or trading in cryptocurrencies is
Yeah.
not, whereas mining is. So
Yeah.
mark
Okay.
my words, like mining is actually legal in India. You can do mining, but
Hmm.
they have mentioned that trading on cryptocurrencies is like something illegal, or not even trading, like it's basically withdrawing the cryptocurrency to INR is illegal.
Okay. So that's, I think, a bit harsh move from Indian government. Do you think like that, or is something or this? Do you think is it like, oops, is it fine?
So again, like they don't have any clear stand whether it's illegal or not.
Yeah.
They just have noticed
Okay.
they just have sent a notice to banks to monitor the transactions or the withdrawals from the exchange, cryptocurrency exchanges.
Hmm.
So it's basically like one
Okay.
who is trading on stocks, when he
Hmm.
converts his Reliance share, or once he converts his Apple share into INR, so it can be monitored
Uh,
by banks, right?
yeah.
So, in a similar fashion, from cryptocurrency exchange, one who is trading into Bitcoin or Ethereum or Ripple, whenever he wants to
Hmm.
convert that into INR in order to make the real money which he can use in the nearby stores,
Nearby.
that
Yeah.
transactions are being monitored.
Hmm.
So it's kind of like it depends from country to country, person to person, saying it's harsh or not. But
Yeah.
like in a sense, we don't promote cryptocurrency until unless the government doesn't. But like
Yeah.
the day government announces that they support
Hmm.
cryptocurrency, we'll be the first one to adopt it.
Yeah. Nice. So, Puneet, currently, have you raised any money, or you for fully bootstrapping yourself?
So Soil, currently we are in a bootstrapped condition, wherein we have some of the
Okay.
friends and family members
Hmm.
who like have put in some of the money along with us. So
Okay.
it's basically like since I mentioned we are into very early stage,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
then like yep, until now you can mostly call it as bootstrapped.
Okay. So currently, what's the standpoint of Zuby on revenue and profits?
Okay, so profit currently, like Sohail, I would say profit is something, or the break even is something that we are looking from like at least 12 to 13 months from now. And
Hmm.
then talking about the revenue, so we have some of the revenue which is kind of recurring, and
Okay.
it's like it's not through the main model of what Zubi is, or through the
Hmm.
main financial model, but yes, we do have revenue coming in.
Oh, great. So Puneet, you currently in the college right now, and you're also working for your startup Zuby. So how you're managing
Mhm.
these things right now?
Okay. So, like in this case, I would give a big credit to my college for supporting
Okay.
the startup ecosystem. So, they have come up with a policy wherein, like, a student who is into his eighth semester
Mm-hmm.
and have left up with couple of courses
Okay.
can opt for a special case wherein he can work on his startup full time, and
Mm-hmm.
like he can take MOOC courses or basically reading courses from the college.
Okay.
So this is kind of a support that I've got from the college, but for the members listening
Mm-hmm.
to this podcast and who don't have the college ecosystem supporting,
Yeah.
so I like in the earlier during the early minutes of this podcast, I
Mm-hmm.
mentioned that I'm working on this for last 1.5 years.
Yeah.
So it has been since 2 months that I've moved to Noida, but the other
Okay.
time I used to manage the time. So to be honest, I never attended classes most of the time. The attendance
Okay.
wasn't mandatory like um, quite recently, so I didn't attend any of the classes. Like I just appeared for exams studying a night before and then managed to have a
Okay.
decent grade. Apart from that, like
Mm-hmm.
I had a passion to work for the startup. Yes.
Okay. So before wrapping up with this section, I want to have a quick advice for the college entrepreneurs you want to give.
So for the
So who
college
want to like
entrepreneurs, like
they want to work on
sure.
their ideas
So
like within the college.
absolutely. So, like students who are looking to work on their ideas,
Mm-hmm.
firstly, like don't get dragged away by the notion that every other startup is coming up. So, we need to come up with a startup. It's great
Mm-hmm.
that you have thought to come up with a startup. So, firstly, is like talk to customers, talk to people who are into your idea. And if you don't want to do that in an early stage, you have to do a like great research about things that's happening,
Mm-hmm.
dig deeper into it, think about what else can be possible in that, make a list of all your competitors, what they are doing,
Mm-hmm.
like even a competitor who isn't in your country, you should look around him. You
Mm-hmm.
should see like what all problems have they faced,
Yeah.
have an ideal mentor or advisor who can guide you in like your hard times,
Mm-hmm.
and then yes, and the sky is the limit.
So Puneet, you started Zubi.io about 8 months back, right? And so what are your major achievements within this period?
Okay, so Sohail, the major achievements of us during this period was one, the like the huge number of support from the community members. So we have closely 5,000 members who are part of the community that we have. Apart from that, we have some of the recurring revenue, which again is an achievement in a like early stage startup, wherein it's just been 6 to 7 months we've been into this. Also, like we have been very supportive from the government of Odisha, who have recently like awarded us. So basically, the Software Technology Parks of India has awarded Zubi with the award of Student Led Tech Startup of the Year.
Oh, congratulations on that.
Thanks, Soil. So yes, this is like one of the biggest achievements that we have. Apart from that, we have represented Zubi in multiple conferences across the country, which includes a conference organized by UNDP Youth Collab and World Bank.
Yeah. Okay, so Puneet, now we are moving to our next section, which is a quick rapid fire round in
Okay.
which I will be asking about 5 questions to you.
Okay.
So, are you ready with that?
Yep.
So, first question is, which is your favorite business book?
Business book like Sohail, the one from Tim Draper. So it names How to Become a Startup Hero.
Yeah, yeah, I also have that same book.
Okay, great.
Okay. Yeah. So, second question, which is which CEO you currently studying or you're following right now?
So I like Elon Musk a lot.
Yeah. Third question is, which is your favorite social media platform and why?
The most social my favorite social media platform is LinkedIn. So like
Okay.
it's I think it's because of the instant gratification that I see through it, regarding like how many views of the post, and like that what tempts me to post more on LinkedIn. Apart from that, it's
Mm-hmm.
basically a professional network wherein I don't spend my time much focusing on like the memes or like the videos that I tend to follow one after the other. So it's basically
Yeah.
a professional network wherein I tend to build a brand of like tend to build a brand, connect with people who are like-minded,
Mm.
and like yep, and learn basically there.
Basically, we can improve our network and all.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So LinkedIn is
Mm,
mostly all about learning and networking for me.
yeah. Like a fourth question, which is the future technology which, according to you, can disrupt the world in the next decade?
In the next decade,
Yeah.
okay, so like the immediate answer that I'll come up with this is blockchain. But if I think more through it, then yes, quantum
Yeah.
computing is what I think like can make a difference.
Okay.
So yes, so it's basically blockchain combined with IoT, machine learning, and an amalgam of these three, along with quantum.
Okay. So, Puneet, it was nice to have you in the show and all the best for your future endeavors with Zubi. Okay.
So it was pleasure talking to you, Sohail. Uh, like if you want to become a part of the Zubis community, you can join us on the Zubi forum, which is available on forum.zubi.io. And like we are coming up with a lot of things. Like you will see a lot of announcements from the Zubi
Okay.
side in next couple of months. So stay excited. You can follow us on any of the social media platforms. We have a page on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. Apart from that, do follow this podcast by Sohail. Sohail is very dear friend. Like, uh, it's good to see him that he's like into this ecosystem wherein like he's kind of supporting or creating a culture for startups and creating a group so that others who are entering into this space can learn from others who have already been into this space. So good to see that, Sohail. So would like request, yep. So would request everyone to subscribe Biz Bucket Podcast.
Thanks, Puneet, for recommending this bucket podcast, and I hope people will also find our podcast helpful. So, Puneet, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Sohail, for hosting.
So, listeners, that was Puneet, co-founder of Zubi. If you want to know more about Zubi or our previous podcasts, do visit our official website at www.bizbucket.co. And thank you so much for listening to the show this week. And you can subscribe to us on YouTube, Spotify, Google Podcast, or wherever you get your podcast. And while you are there, please do give us a review. Thank you guys for listening to us. I am your host Sohail Khan, and let's catch up in the next podcast.